Hi guys, so this is Deansgrange Cemetery in Dublin. Mary Ann Ferguson. (1890), erected by Judge Ferguson in memory of his beloved wife. We have some beautiful memorials. R.J. Murphy, his dearly beloved children, Nora, aged 11 months, Elsie, 2.5, 1887. Nora died in 1887 as well. And they actually died 3 days apart. May the 21st, 1887 for Nora. And then Elsie, May the 24th, 1887, aged 2.5. And then we've Teddy, aged 3.5 years old, May the 24th as well, 1887. And Richard James, born and died February the 2nd, 1874. So a lot of sorrow there for R.J. Murphy, JP. Wow. Very, very sad. So we'll just take a walk and have a look as we walk. There's been a couple of graves that I wanted to video here. Wow, look at this one. Captain James Vaughan, RNCB, 1873, aged 44. Actually, 2 planes have just caught my eye. Flying very close together.
The inscription reads, "Sacred to the memory of Captain James Vaughan, RNCB, who departed this life the 29th of April, 1873, aged 44 years. He entered the Royal Navy in the year 1841 on board HMS Scout and was present at the operations on the River Plate. As lieutenant, he served in the Baltic and Black Seas during the years 1854 and 1855, and in the latter on board HMS Britannia, took part in the attack on the batteries of Sebastopol. In 1857 he joined HMS Shannon, Captain Sir William Peel, VC, KCB as senior lieutenant, and proceeded to India. During the mutiny, he served as second in command of the Naval Brigade under that officer, and on his death from smallpox, assumed the sole command. He advanced to the relief of Lucknow, and there distinguished himself by his coolness and daring in taking his guns within a few yards of the wall and breaching them for the storming party. For his services with the brigade, he was promoted to the rank of commander, was awarded the companionship of Bath, and on his arrival in England was further advanced to rank of captain. As well as being a thorough sailor, he was an accomplished and gallant officer and regretted by all who knew him.
An affectionate and devoted husband, a warm and sincere friend, and died beloved and regretted by all who knew him. This monument was erected by his wife, Margaret Vaughan, and Margaret is just here, 1879. This must be Captain James himself. And then here we've Jeremiah King, Esquire, 1873. That is a beautiful memorial. Stunning. So let's keep going. Oh, look at that. Francis Power Codd died the 21st of May 1929. And we actually have this beautiful railing around it. And unfortunately, these look like the lead letters. And most of them have lost some of them. So very hard to read. Now look at all the crosses. Wow. It kind of brings you into this little wooded area. Now, Deansgrange is a mixture of Protestant and Catholic. This is actually quite beautiful in there. And we've two mortuary chapels where the bodies would be brought before being interred in the cemetery. But it's absolutely huge. Private H. Dún Laoghaire, Dublin Fusiliers, aged 28 in 1915. And just here we have a mausoleum. I don't know if you can see just how far the cemetery just goes on and on. One chapel just there and the other just here. 1911. Clarny.
So in this mausoleum lie the remains of Lieutenant Ernest Edward Ghlorney's family. And his family actually named an educational foundation in his memory, the Ernest Edward Ghlorney Scholarship in Earth Science and Engineering, which is still funding research today. Now, on the 25th of October in 1916, as part of his work with the Royal Flying Corps, he was sent to England to bring back a plane to France, but crashed over Ashford, Kent, owing to a wing defect. His commanding officer wrote to his family, saying, "We were all devoted to your son, a fine pilot and a delightful companion. To lose him like that is a great blow to us all."
I can't really read anything really in there. Erected by Thomas J. Cullen in memory of his daughter Nora, born in Melbourne, Australia, the 11th November 1918, Feast Day. Died the 7th of August 1930, and the above Thomas J. Cullen. Died 12th of March 1962, and his beloved wife Elizabeth is here as well, 1975. Now, there's just an interesting one I have just spotted. Captain John Fitzpatrick Jack. Now look at that. Irish Citizen Army, who died 17th of March, Patrick's Day, 1920, and his son Martin, 1919, aged just 1. Also interred in this plot, Lily Farrell, aged 5 months, 1899. There's Florence, 1941, William Kehoe, 1967, and Bridget Kehoe, 1970. Erected by the National Graves Association. So you can see it's all marked out. North, south, east, west, southwest, southeast. Look at this. Is that the Child of Prague? Pray for the soul of Bridget Jodie Mortimer, beloved wife of Frederick Mortimer, 1926, fortified by all the rites of Holy Church, age 75, rest in peace. That's beautiful. And I think I'm right in saying that's the Child of Prague. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, so I've come down along this way. It's just this place is so big. I'm kind of just picking out a few. Loving memory of Rosa Shelton, wife of the Reverend Grant Lee Shelton, County Limerick. She was 80 when she passed, July 1908, and their son, Grant Lee Déin Shelton, age 76. And you can see the musical notes there on that music book. The harp. Abide with me, last falls the eventide. And their daughter, Mary Shelton, 1934, aged 85 it looks like. So let's walk on another little bit. Just look at that. Rows and rows and rows of headstones. Really, really beautiful. There's some sort of work being done just adjacent to the cemetery itself. You can see that they're like drills. Look at this one, all the daffodils. Wow. I'm actually not able to read that. There is a John there. John Akeson it looks like. 1946 down at the bottom. Isn't that stunning? And that there on the ground looks like it was possibly on top at one stage. Try and make my way back out again along here. Beautiful urn here in loving remembrance of George James Crampton, who died November the 26th, 1925, aged 74, and his wife Elizabeth, 1963, and their only son George Hutch Cecil, 1901 to February 1976. Isn't that beautiful? And we have Thomas Allen here as well, 1949, aged 71. Oh, look at this with the shamrocks. Llewellyn Thomas Powell, Mont Alto Dalkey, who entered into rest March 1938, 70, and his wife Louisa Jane, 1948, aged 88, and their niece Margaret, 1948, 61. You can see it has shamrocks all around it. Really, really beautiful. Now, excuse the unsteady hand. I'm not walking on the graves, just on the surrounding area of it. Loving memory of Josephine, beloved wife of Richard Donovan and sister of Annie S. White, 1891. Isn't that stunning as well? The colours of the stones are just magnificent. Absolutely gorgeous. All these crosses. Eliza Frances Whelan, Reverend Robert. And this one with lilies then. I wonder these, like reverends, have no way to get in near. That is gorgeous. That one there completely covered in ivy. The Right Honourable George Francis Stewart, born 1851 and died 1928. Edward Ernest, third son of the late Captain F. Blake Knox, 5th Dragoon Guards, who entered into rest 1913. His wife is there as well, Evelyn Florence. Elizabeth Mary, widow of the late Captain F. Blake Knox. There's loads of magpies and crows all up in the trees. Kind of like a gothic feel in here. And coming into another little wooded area. Wow, look at this. Try to manoeuvre my way around the graves. Oh wow, look at this. Hear the crunching of leaves underfoot. How amazing. Looks like they've been clearing certain areas in here. Look at this. To the memory of Jane, relict of the Reverend Cecil Crampton and 5th daughter of Sir George Ribton, Baronet of Landscape, County Dublin. She died on the 31st day of August 1878, also to the memory of the above-named Reverend Cecil Crampton, rector of the parish of Killucan, County Westmeath, for 26 years. Mr. Crampton died on the 17th of April 1863, and his remains are interred in the burial ground attached to the church of Killucan. Isn't that fantastic? I have some damage happening here. Just where the ground starts to sink and subside with time and weather. Right, I'll talk to you again in a minute when I manoeuvre my way back out onto the paths. But before, look at this one. Thomas Williams of Holyhead, 2nd steward of the R.M. Packet Connacht, who died October 1866, aged 22. Isn't that gorgeous? And that is just a beautiful stone. The colouring of it. Just 22. Right, so at one of the chapels, erected by John P. P. McCabe, UDC, Blackrock, son of John and Mary McCabe, Ardlow, Virginia, loving memory of his beloved wife, Emer Etha, daughter Brian O'Looney, Professor of Irish, CUI, and Susan O'Looney Crumlin. 1942, I believe it says. Look at that door. Absolutely beautiful. I think there's actually coffins there, guys. See the tiled walls, flowers still on them. Quite amazing. So that steel door, I think, would have been put up after or later on. There's also supposed to be a crypt underneath the church. Little vented windows. Not sure how many coffins are in there. One anyway, maybe two. Alright guys, so I think I'll leave it there. Just way too big of an area to cover. Just fantastic. Irish flag there, a dear husband and father. Liam 2015, age 74. But you can see that it goes right way out there as far as the eye can see. I'm definitely getting my steps in. Look at this, the two hands. In loving memory of a dear husband, John Earl. And that looks like husband and wife. The ring here, the hands, beautiful marble. Looks like 1930. And I wish I had more time. But once again, we don't, unfortunately. Just giving you a look at, this is entering into the newer section here. So there's actually just an area I want to show you all before we leave. And it's just here. We're coming up to it now. Plot of the Angels.
So this area was used to bury stillborn babies and young children who died before being baptised. Between 1905 and 1989, approximately 750 children were buried and laid to rest here in the Angel burial plot. These angel burial plots were very important to cemeteries because until the 1980s, the Catholic Church did not allow those who were not baptised to be buried within the church graveyards.
Plot of the Angels. So some born sleeping. Beautiful little area. So guys, with that being said, from Deansgrange here in Dublin, take care, God bless, and I'll talk to you all soon.